Hi, this is Kath Gavin. Welcome to my Revelation series. You'll find the whole series in my playlists. Today we're going to consider the woman in Revelation 17 and 18. So let's begin by reading a description of her. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Who is this woman? What is her identity? Some believe she represents ancient Rome. Others believe she is the Roman Catholic Church. Some think she represents a future global religious, political, or economic system. Others believe she represents all human systems throughout history that have been opposed to God. I used to believe that this woman represented all false religion. And then one day I overheard someone say, "Doesn't Babylon represent Jerusalem?" This astounded me, and it really captured my attention. I thought that would make Revelation tie in very nicely with the rest of the Bible. So today we're going to consider this possibility. Is there enough evidence to prove that Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, represents first century Jerusalem? Point 1, the great city. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Now let's compare this to Revelation 11 verse 8. The great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also their Lord was crucified. Where was Jesus crucified? At Jerusalem. Therefore, the great city must be a reference to Jerusalem. Point 2, the harlot. The imagery of a harlot is heavily drawn from the prophets, who use the same term for apostate Judah and Jerusalem. Isaiah chapter 1. The vision of Isaiah which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. How is the faithful city become a harlot? Jeremiah chapter 3. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, Thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Ezekiel 16. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty, and playest the harlot. Wherefore, O harlot, hear the word of the Lord. I will judge thee, as women that break wedlock and shed blood are judged. Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel all portray Jerusalem as a harlot because of her spiritual adultery. Point 3, adorned like the priesthood and temple in Jerusalem. Revelation 17 verse 4. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls. Let's first compare this to the holy garments worn by Levitical priests. Exodus 28. And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet, and fine twined linen. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment, and thou shalt set in it stones. The tabernacle of Moses, the first and second temple, were also adorned with gold, precious stones, and fine linen. Exodus 26. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue, and purple, and scarlet. The purple and scarlet garments, the gold and precious stones worn by Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, identifies her as Jerusalem, the center of temple worship and the Old Covenant system. Point 4, her fall matches the fall of Jerusalem. In Matthew 24 and Luke 21, Jesus predicted the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem, using language that mirrors Revelation 18. And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, Then know that the desolation thereof is nigh, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Revelation 18. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city! For in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Revelation's judgment upon Babylon is clearly connected to the Olivet Discourse that was about the coming judgment upon Jerusalem in 70 AD. Point 5, she's drunk on the blood of the martyrs. Revelation 17 verse 6. I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And Revelation 18 verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Jesus said similar things about Jerusalem. Matthew 23. Ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers, that upon you, Jerusalem, may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent unto thee. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. This direct accusation of prophet killing matches Revelation description of the harlot. Revelation 18 verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her. This is a crucial verse because only Jerusalem was guilty of killing the prophets and apostles. God's judgment is seen as vindication for the blood of the righteous, including Jesus and his followers. Revelation 18 verse 24. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that was slain upon the earth. Jesus said that Jerusalem would bear the guilt of all the righteous blood shed upon the earth. This is the final confirmation that the woman in Revelation 17 and 18 equals first century apostate Jerusalem. Not Rome, not the Catholic Church, not a present or future global religious, political, or economic system. Now let me reiterate the 5 points I've made in this video. Point 1, the woman in Revelation 17 and 18 is described as the great city. And Revelation 11 tells us the great city is Jerusalem. Point 2, the woman is called a harlot. Old Testament prophets such as Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel all referred to apostate Judah and Jerusalem as a harlot. Point 3, the woman is adorned in purple and scarlet, gold and precious stones like the priesthood and temple in Jerusalem. Point 4, the judgment that came upon this woman in Revelation 18 matches the judgment that came upon Jerusalem in 70 AD as foretold by Jesus in the Olivet Discourse. Point 5, the woman in Revelation is judged because she shed the blood of the apostles and prophets. The only one guilty of killing apostles and prophets according to the Bible was Jerusalem. Thank you for listening to this video and considering that Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, represents first century apostate Jerusalem. Feel free to leave comments. Until my next video, God bless.